for being patient with this, because I think it's valuable, especially since you're so tired that you can see this again later on. So in this problem, you're supposed to prove that if S is a one-to-one transformation and T is a one-to-one transformation, then S composed with T is also a one-to-one, as onto, sorry, I'm saying on, one-to-one. So they're all onto, you want to prove that the composition is onto as well. Notice I didn't put linear in this. I don't need to use that it's a linear transformation. This is for any transformation. So my no and my show. My no is that S is onto and T is onto. What does that mean? It means that I just wrote down the definition. For every y belonging to, there's an x that covers it, that I can get to it. What does that mean? Well, it's the same thing as the other one. You just should you use the different letters, or should you use the same letters that you just used? You should probably use different letters, because if it doesn't say it has to be the same one. Stephanie?
Is saying that about like the x or video the same thing as saying like pre-image?
It's the same words, but saying the word pre-image doesn't help me. I need something that I can maneuver around and use as formulas.
What's in your other slide that was pre-image?
Right. When I get to proofs, I want formulas and equations, so I write it in terms of this because it's an equation. So that's why I'm using these pieces like in this way. So right here, the reason I would like this piece, I don't think, yeah, there's my mouse. So I see right there, there's that piece, S of x equals y. That's usable. But if I had just written, it has a pre-image, it's not a puzzle piece that I can immediately see unless my mind can somehow transfer pre-image. You'll find that just writing this down in formula form, it'll help you so much. So there's my no and show. No part written out. Now what I have to show is that the composition is onto. The definition of composition means that I plug in the first part into the second. So if I expand this out, it's really that I have to show for any arbitrary, I'm running out of letters, Z, there's got to be a pre-image W that yielded that Z in the composition. So imagine that I have this all on pieces of paper in front of me. I can see all the pieces I have. So I rewrote what I have to show just so I have it in my mind what my end goal is. So I start off with an arbitrary Z. There's my arbitrary Z in Rn. And what I know is S is onto. So there's a image, a pre-image that this Z came from S. And I know that this pre-image inside, because T is onto, I know that I can express this V as T of W. Because T is onto. So you're looking at me like, wow, but really if you have all this sitting in front of you, it's just that they're on previous slides, you can't see it. You have those formulas all boxed off in front of you and you're asking yourself, how can I get from inside to out and get the answer that I want? So Z is S of V, which is really S of T of W, and guess what? That matches exactly the top. So I just proved what I needed to prove.